Hey guys, Hello Bella here. In this video, I'm going to be going over my sales for merch by Amazon in the month of July 2020. It's now August 2020, and there's been a lot of really cool merch by Amazon updates, so I figured I had some new content that I could make a video for you guys. So sales have definitely picked up. I know that it's been tough having merch go down, and that affected a lot of people's incomes and side hustles, so I'm feeling very happy that we are back at it. This is the best month that I've had so far this year. Royalties were $879 with 221 sales. Average royalty is $3.97, which I felt like was really good. I feel like that's pretty high. Now let's take a look at everything that sold. I believe most of what I sold was t-shirts. My best day was $56.73. I am using Pretty Merch to take a look at this data. If you're not aware of it, it is a Chrome extension that you can either get a free version of or the paid version. I actually have the paid version. Okay, so let's scroll down and we can see it tells you the products that I've sold. The most that I sold was t-shirts, so 74% of sales were just t-shirts. And then I have premium shirts, 11% of sales. Pop sockets were 7%. V-necks were 4%. Tank tops 3%. And sweatshirts 0. So I think that means that I had a return on that maybe. But anyways, let's take a look at something. This is only the data for the month of July, so it's not necessarily reflective of everything on my merch business, but it is 1 month worth of data. Here you can see that my top seller was a standard t-shirt that I have priced at $19.99, so I make $277 off this one single shirt. And this is a design that is a picture with text on it, nothing too fancy, just something that I saw was trending, so I jumped on it and made my own version of it. Actually, I think I had it priced around $14.99 because I was trying to compete, and then once he got a couple of sales, I went ahead and raised the price to $17.99 and then gradually raised the price to $19.99. So that's why you see that $4.95 royalty there. The second was also a standard shirt, sold 20 times, made me $99. The third was a standard shirt that only sold looks like 11 times and made me $35. And then I have a premium shirt, but the only thing I don't really care for about premium shirts is the rate of return because it seems like they have a really like small sizing on them, and a lot of people complain about the sizing. Down here we have a V-neck shirt that sold 5 times, maybe $18. I just kind of like to look at some interesting things of tank tops. The royalties on tank tops are really good if you price them correctly. This was only sold twice, but made me $11.78. For tank tops, you want to think about categories of what would someone be wearing a tank top for. A lot of people wear tank tops to the gym because obviously it's easier to wear less clothes in the gym. A lot of people want to look at their arms and their muscles. So if you could focus on gym shirts that are tank tops, I think that's a pretty good market to be in. And you don't have to really think it's saturated. There's a lot of different gym trends and workouts and things like that. So just don't limit yourself to something that's simple. Try to dig deeper and find something that is highly targeted, highly specific. We're going to jump over here to take a look at my sales for the last couple of days. You can see that my sales are not extremely high. I had a day where I made $54.52, and this is sales actually for August. And then I had another day, $34. But one thing that I want to share with you guys is that I tiered up to 6,000, and that has just actually happened this past month. I don't know what's going on with merch. We're having so many updates with the phone cases. That is another thing I wanted to talk to you about really quickly. You may or may not be able to make phone cases yet, but you will soon. So phone cases are something that I'm not sure how it's going to go, but I wasn't completely sold on pop sockets, but I actually sell quite a bit of pop sockets, and they're really easy to make. They're really simple, and the royalty on them at $2.25, if you price them at $14.99, isn't terrible. It's just something that it depends on if you have enough slots for. Personally, with having 6,000 slots now, I'll probably upload a lot more phone cases and pop sockets. But I thought that was pretty cool that I got to tier up to 6,000. You can see here that I have 3,535 slots filled. So that is kind of like I have a long way to go. And the product sales right here, this is telling me how many products have sold of my products that are live, and you can see this is pretty much following the 80-20 rule. So 19.8% of my products have sold, and you got to consider the fact that one design may be up on several different things, like a t-shirt, a pop socket, and different things of that nature. Up here in the top, you may notice that it says I have 125 rejections. I know that seems like a lot of rejections, but that actually happens when you upload, like, say you upload 7 or 8 things at once. It actually counts as 7 or 8 different rejections, so I think that that is why my rejection number is so high. Another update that we have, if you'll look up here in the corner, we now have new marketplaces that we can sell in. France, Italy, and Spain are now marketplaces that we can sell in, so that is pretty cool to see that. I don't think I'm actually able to create those yet. I'm going to click on my create page and see what all options that I have. Okay guys, we jump over to my create page, and here you'll see all the options that I have. If you don't have phone cases yet, you will get them. I can see how that I don't have the other marketplaces yet. I just have the UK and Germany. So I am right there with you in not having access to everything. I do have down here iPhone cases and Samsung Galaxy cases available to me. I'll show you really quickly how I design my phone cases and pop sockets. I'm just using PicMonkey. This is a paid web service design platform. It's not amazing, but it is really easy to use. And the size for the phone cases is 1800 by 3200 pixels. And so you can see this space right here is what we're working with, but you want to really keep the thing small. What I figured out with making my phone cases is, let's take a look here. I'll just grab a design off of here. I'll just take this random eyeball. Okay, so if this was our graphic, we want to go ahead and put the thing in the middle. And so we have to consider the fact that the phone camera is going to be in the top left up here. So what we want to do is put it in the middle and then lower it just a little bit. So then it seems like it's in the middle after the camera shows up, because when you upload it, it is actually not going to look right unless you do it like that. I'm gonna upload it so you guys can see. I've just uploaded this, and you can see how the thing is a little bit finicky, so you have to have it small enough for it to work. If you jump back over to PicMonkey, you can see that even in the margins, it is still going outside of the area that it needs to be. So you have to have it quite a bit smaller, and that's something that I find really annoying, but I guess you play around with it enough, you figure it out. So it really needs to be about that small to fit in the margins. And then it also shows you how each thing looks. So different phones have different camera placements, so you really have to consider that. One thing I noticed about the Samsung Galaxy cases was that their camera placement is a little different. So certain designs that worked on the iPhone do not necessarily work on the Samsung Galaxy case. If you'll take a look here, this is the one that I'm talking about in particular. It goes down and cuts into the design on a lot of these. This particular camera right here, so I've noticed that that doesn't really work for some of my designs. Really quick, we'll talk about royalties on this particular item. Phone cases at $17.99 seem pretty expensive to me. There's a lot of phone cases on Amazon right now that are $7.99, $8.99, $10, $12, but I'm not sure if I can't really speak to the quality of these, and I wouldn't personally put one on my iPhone because it's just way too expensive to break. But I think that this could be a market that some of us want to get into in the $19.99 range. Personally, I'm going to price everything at $19.99 because I'm not really willing to price lower than that right now, because I want to make that $4.28 royalty for it to be worth my time to upload all of these cases. So if I upload 100 cases and 10 of them sell, I'll be pretty happy with that. I'm not really sure how it's going to go. Just scrolling through my analytics here just a little bit more to show you guys kind of how the month of July went. Looks like I'm doing the best days. We're doing around 12 sales, so $47 here, $56 here, $35 here, $41, $44. So this is a really good side hustle in my opinion. It's something that you can focus on for a couple hours a day, especially if you have a day job or something else that's going on. And one thing that I think is a great thing about Merch by Amazon is it doesn't require a lot of financial investment. It's more of a time investment. So if you have time to nurture it and to work on it, it can be a really great side hustle. And one thing that I feel like people get really frustrated because they don't tier up soon enough, and it's such a process. Like, you don't don't have to rush it. Like, just upload your stuff and forget about it. And if it doesn't sell within a month or so, then you can delete everything and then just upload new designs. So, yeah, that's my advice for you guys. And I just want to say that I'm really thankful for Merch by Amazon, and I'm hoping that we see a lot more products rolled out in 2020. I know that Amazon is doing their best to keep up with everything during a pandemic, so we have to give them a little bit of credit there. I'm sure they are really scrambling to try to get everything shipped out on time to customers, but I'm really, really thankful that we are going back to being able to make money on this platform, because let me tell you guys, when I missed my month of royalties, I was pretty sad about it. I consider my royalties on Amazon something that can help me pay my bills, so it's definitely important to me that I am able to have this as an income source. But yeah, thanks so much for watching the video, guys. If this was helpful or entertaining, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more updates about Merch by Amazon. I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care until then.